If you have no idea what's happening on the screen, these two are basically official Brew Protocol Star Residence livestream hosts. The Brew Protocol Star Residence official channel actually do these like talk show a lot. They have been doing a livestream pretty regularly, and of course they have these girls who host the show, and they actually do more than just hosting the show. They kind of do a little bit of like performance, like little like TikTok dance to entertain viewer and stuff like that, right? But the problem is that the game or the server has been so bad that all the comment is just talking about the server. In fact, you can see right here, top comment, server is broken, please fix it fast, please fix it, compensation, return my clear, server is broken, ask the programmer to come apologize, oh server is broken, please fix faster, and stuff like that. Now, I understand that a lot of you are probably subscribed to this channel to hear me talk about other in-game stuff, like how's the gacha, is the gacha balance, which I have like 2 to 3 videos coming, how's the housing system, how's the Chinese server doing, and stuff like that. But this particular incident was too funny and also sad at the same time to not share. Basically, what happened is that after their live stream has ended, or at least they thought it was ended, they start talking to the staff. It's like, hey, how come the comments are so mean? How come all they talk about is the server sucks? How come they don't like our game and stuff like that? And they're saying it in a very negative way. And of course, the comment already being like really negative, and they heard that and they're like, wait, you guys are blaming the player for wanting to play the game now when the issue is that your server sucks? Now, I made this video previously highlighting how many issues there has been for the server since the launch of Brew Protocol Star Residence, but I promise you this video does not properly highlight and do justice of how big the issues really is. The issues is way bigger than I can possibly ever describe. Why it is such a big deal for me to make this video is because the server issue is so big that it is really going to cost the games a lot of potential player, and why they have to really fix this and address this before the global launch. I cannot emphasize how big and how important this is, and you guys will never know unless you have also played it on the Chinese version. But basically, the commenter got so mad that the producer ended up actually walking out to stop the girl from saying anything more and officially made an apology. Now, of course, these two girls, the hosts of the shows, are like not server administrator, they're not engineered, they don't really deserve the hate the commenter are saying and stuff like that. And I feel it's really bad for them to take all these like heat being the face of the game. And so the producer and stuff like that are starting to come out and start to apologize for all these server issues, to say that they promise to make the game a little better and stuff like that moving forward on. And they have formally like made a very big bow and apology and stuff like that. And this is like the part that I wanted to share, because this is the part where everyone is like memeing over right now, is that the server has only been up for like a week and they have to do this like massive bow, massive apology and stuff like that. So this is the main part I wanted to share in this video today. It's just like it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of sad. The Brew Protocol Star Residence official channel has been doing a lot of live stream, basically like not just talking about the game, but also like apologizing. You can see they're hosting these two signs. The sign on the left say sorry in Chinese, while the sign on the right say, hey, we're pushing them to make these fixes and stuff like that in Chinese. But of course, once again, these two are just simply the host of the show. They don't have the power to like change the game and fix the game and stuff like that, but yet they're still taking all the heat and stuff like that. So that's kind of sad. But again, I just want to use this opportunity to highlight how big the issues is and how the Chinese player are having massive negative reaction to how many issues there has been. After this incident with the producer coming out and talking about stuff, the commenter has pretty much started to bash the stream more. You can see all of these like turtle emote being in the comment. They're saying like, hey, bring the guy back, we want to hear the guy talk about the server, we don't want to see the girls, although they are putting a lot of effort and stuff like that. So yeah, unfortunately the situation in China hasn't been the greatest, and this particular incident has added even more oil onto the fire. And once again, I want to make the most important thing highlighted here, and that is, it is very important for Global to ensure that servers issues and launch issues do not happen the same way in China. I can't emphasize how important it is. I made a video talking about it, but there's no amount of word I can use to describe how bad it is right now in China. Of course, most importantly, I can't control the CN brother, but if this does happen to global, please keep in mind that these hosts are simply presenter. They don't control the server, they don't control the game, they don't have any say. They're simply like dancing on stream for the player to see and talk about how fun the game is, talk about the state of the game, talk about like, hey, look, fishing is really cool. Of course, the comment has not been the greatest, not been the nicest, more turtles and, you know, stuff like that. Other than that, with that being said, I think it is a little too funny, but also a little too sad to not for me to share this. Especially my main goal for this channel is to bridge the gap between global and China's player, talking about the meta in China, giving you guys a heads up on what is going to be coming in the Chinese patch and stuff. After all, I'm a Chinese citizen, so I'm able to perfectly understand everything in the China server as well as Chinese. But this moment is going to go down in history in Blue Protocol Star Residence of the apology moment. And we're going to have probably the greatest meme of the bowing, which is going to be this one. So now you guys know. With that being said, I'll try to talk about more fun stuff, more in-game guy stuff and stuff like that. Once again, video coming talking about the gacha, the housing system and stuff like that. Leave your question in the comment and I will try to address all of them in the videos talking about stuff in the game. So with that being said, subscribe. Bye bye.